There are different changes that can happen to a person in a lifetime, like graduation, getting married, and what I would like to discuss today, which is converting into a different religion. Now, maybe amongst these different changes, converting into a different religion would be the most heavy on the emotional side, because even though that there is a spiritual aspect and the social aspect of this change, but the emotional side would still be more affected, as this would deeply touch the personality or the identity of the person. Now, because of this, I would like to talk about a few advices. First of all is, or big title, I would say, blame. There should be no blame. We should not put a blame on anyone, not on oneself, nor on the people that were surrounding the person before he convert or change religion. Obviously, choosing a religion or choosing not to believe in a religion is a personal choice, and within a community it looks like the most convincing situation that the family or the close one would offer to us. So obviously there is no bad intention behind it, and that's why we should not think of blaming anyone, and of course not ourselves. Why I'm stressing this? It's because my strongest second advice is to keep good relationship with both religions, obviously, as well as people from these two religions. When someone changes religion, he or she would fall into a transitional period, and in this or during this transitional period, what usually happens is that we find ourselves in a way a bit isolated, because we don't understand whether we really now belong to people from the previous religion or people in the new religion. And maybe it doesn't matter what we think, what matters more is what the other thinks about us. So especially for that, I strongly recommend that we don't change a lot our social behaviors. Now I understand that there would be certain things that in the new religion would not be accepted. We can always apologize politely without stressing that this is a wrong behavior, because we should not forget that it is wrong behavior in our eyes, and also in maybe in the to everyone that is being part of the new religion the person is converting into. Another thing that is very important, and it's quite common, especially when someone converts to Islam, is that many changes their name, and in fact they don't have to. It's not compulsory to change any name into an Arabic name. Well, Arabic it is considered as the language of Islam because of the Quran, the Word of God that was revealed in Arabic. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't recognize, or that all the other names would not be recognized in this religion. In fact, personally, I know a lot of converts that kept their either forename or the family surname or the family name, and I think this is very respectful to their families, because obviously they want also to give them assurances that converting into this new religion is not a point of no return, or it doesn't put them into the situation that either you convert as well, or I'm not accepting you. In fact, in Islam specifically, if we check the Quran carefully, we would see that especially for the parents, we should be good to them, and serve them regardless of the differences of religious belief. Now, another thing also is keep oneself open, and not to lose the argumentative aspect of the person. At the end of the day, if someone has changed religion, it's because he had questions, and this what led this person to this change. So it is, or it has proved that it is a good thing. It is a good approach in the religious domain as well, and we should keep this. It's not we should not consider that like we reach now the oasis where all our questions are answered, and then we just give ourselves away to whatever is being taught to us, especially in today's world where there are different opinions about Islam more specifically, because here I am getting more specific, but I guess in all the different religions as well. We should learn about the religion as a whole, and then the particularity of the different schools within it. And I really think that it's a pity if someone loses this. Again, as I said, just keep in mind that this was a good thing. It worked. If you're happy with the change that you had, and the new religion that you have taken, and just keep it on. We should be also tolerant. This is very, very important with people from both sides. We might be criticized from people that belong to the religion that we came out from, and obviously the religion that we are stepping into. Many people would like to give us, or would try to give us advices. I'm not saying here criticizing all the time, but it's usually it looks more like criticizing than giving advices. But in at the end of the day, everyone would be concerned and feel for us, and also more specifically maybe from the religion that we are coming out from, they would be more concerned about our integration, which is a very important, and which is, by the way, a process. So we should be very, very patient. It doesn't happen straight away, unlike our rituals that we can start right away. The integration into the new religion is something that can take a very long time, as any kind of changes in life, but more specifically this, obviously, and we should give it its time. But again, openness, respect, all these are things that are highly recommended, and in today's world, the advantage is that even if we find ourselves into a certain geographical position, we can still serve the knowledge of the world on the internet. So I strongly advise looking into the different opinions about this new religion from both sides, the ones that are for and then the ones that are against. It's a struggle, it's not easy, but this is the only way that makes it sure that we don't just give ourselves away to the first person that we come upon into this new religion, because it's a situation where people tend to be very vulnerable, and trustworthy, this is good, but we should trust that the person is or persons in general are trying to help, but we should not trust blindly the kind of help that they are offering us. Now, of course, this can be, as I mentioned earlier, heavy on the emotional aspect, and it can cause even kind of post-conversion depression. In order to avoid this, relationships is the key. Keeping good relationships with everyone is a very, very important aspect. And also we can seek help from people from religious background, as well as even specialists in intercultural communication, because they can help with the technicality of this change. Me personally, I'll be welcoming any emails that come with this aspect and helping anyone in its journey. Thank you.